Good morning. I'm going to do a very quick tutorial on using Mac Pages to do a simple stained glass pattern layout using line elements and included symbols and objects that are included in the software. It's very easy. If you have a Mac, Pages app comes with the Macintosh. It's very powerful. You can create single pages, export them as PDF, images, PNG, JPEG, all of the above. For this demonstration, I'm just going to show a simple way to create patterns using, again, line elements and little examples of images that are included in the app. So without any more delay, let's get right to it. Here I was doing a five-sided lamp layout. This isometric draft, but it was in an earlier page I worked on. What I did is I created a new page for a simple Victorian styled window or sun catcher, and basically this is all done with elements. Here's the final drafting I did. I also included, you look at the drop shadowing, which you don't need. I just like using it. It defines the pattern a little bit better. It's not necessary. You could also remove background, change elements of the design, clean it up, what have you. You can print this, you can sketch over it, you can enlarge it. There's so much you can do. Let me just go back to what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to create a new page. It's going to create a new page here, and you want to start with a shape. So you want to do a circle or oval. Let's do something simple. We'll start with a circle. Alright. Now this circle, by default, it's going to be editable, where you can change the size of the circle to, say, an oval. Alright. Just say you want to make it 3 by 7. Let's bring that down a little bit. 3 by 6. Yeah, more of a desirable size. Again, it's not, doesn't necessarily have to be this size. So you want to make it 3 by 5. You see that the sizes change on the right. You can make, sometimes it's easier just to type it. Let's go 3 by 5. And the trick is, with Pages, always center your object. That'll help you design later on. Alright, so here with style, we don't want a color fill because we want to do a pattern. And with border, I want to give it a line. That's 1 point, 2 point, 3 is good. You could see what you're doing. You could always change that afterwards. Alright, so from here, so we want to add a add a shape. You can go with a simple line. There are other objects in here like diamonds, and there's a flower. I mean, let's just go to basic. Actually, let's go to ornaments. This one I wanted to show anyway. This is a simple star. The problem is with this star, it's a little choppy here. So what you could do, blow it up. You see how this is not a true curve here? So we want to do is have, no fill. Well, actually, we're going to leave it a color fill white so we can hide anything behind it. Give it a border, 3 points, and here this is the part that a lot of people get confused with. You want to do left mouse click on here. You make it editable, and that's probably the most powerful tool in Pages, is to make whatever you're working on, make it editable. Editable. So we're going to make that editable. You could do that. You could do that up in the file. Whoops! I didn't want to do that. You could do it with a left mouse click. Alright, you can click off it, go back to it, double click it, and get back to that make editable mode. So what I want to do is let's smooth out this diamond a little bit. Right, you grab the center, smooth it out. Smooth it out. Okay, get it to where you like it. Alright. Now take this, shrink it down, and again, this is centered in the middle on the vertical line. You bring it down, it's going to center it horizontally. So here you want to go back to shape, go to basic, give it a line, and this is 2 points, make it 3 as well. This one here, it's already set at 3. Go back to the line element, so you want to bring it 90 degrees and right down the middle. Right. Bring the point to the bottom of the oval, and that should be centered. It's pretty centered right there. And here you see we have a line going through the diamond. You want to click on the diamond, left or right mouse click, bring to front. Now it hides that line because the background of this diamond is white. And what I did is I tweaked it over just by hitting the keys on your keyboard, the directional keys. The arrow left, up, down, and right. So if it doesn't line it up perfectly, you can easily do that. Gently nudge it. You can also follow the square. That square, you can line it up with your intended line here. Alright? Now, say we want to get a line going across. You can do it 2 ways. You can create a new line, or you can copy this line, which is Command C, or left mouse, right mouse click. It's an option click. You copy, and then you paste it, and you go into the arrange, and you go to 0. It's going to bring it across, center it, bring it in. It already tells you you're at the edge of the oval with this line that showed up. Again, right here. So it's showing that line is pretty much right where it needs to be. And you can send it to back by option mouse clicking. I use my primary button on my mouse is right mouse. So you would do, if you were a left mouse clicker, you would use your right mouse. I'm a right mouse clicker, so I use my left mouse. Alright, so you got a simple oval with a diamond. You want to add a little more elements to it. You can always grab an element that you already used. In this case, we're going to grab this line element. We're going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. You can also use keystrokes. Command C is copy. Command V is paste. Yeah, let's just bring that over here so we can look at it. Now here, you want to go ahead and make this editable, which is right mouse, left mouse, whichever. Option click, make it editable. It's going to show you that it's in edible mode. And here you can do things with Bezier curves. What that does, a Bezier curve, it allows you to do gentle curving. Alright? Just say you wanted to do something like that. So you wanted to come from the top and scroll in here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. We're going to left mouse click, make editable, and don't be too concerned what's going on here. We're going to go ahead and make it a sharp point. So you want to do a gentle swooping, and if a little square shows up, that means it's a sharp point, meaning that a circle would be a smooth point. So here, you double click it, it turns it into a smooth point. Right, so you want it to do something like that. Alright, so yeah, I like that. You want to do a decorative edging on this oval. Now, there's two ways you can go about making this really nice. You could drag all your elements, or if you made a nice, say, an S curve, and you like that curve, you click off it, click on it to create it as an image, or a new new way of editing that line. And here, what you can do is go into your tool area, into your arrange, and you can move it. Say you want to do that. Say I want it in the center. Grab this, scoot it over. You can also drag that down. You can shorten it up this way, or go right back to your editing mode. Click off it, click on it, double click it, and from here you can actually make adjustments, how you wanted it to look. Say you wanted something like that, a gentle curve like that. Say you got a little choppy and you don't like it. You go to that point that's causing a problem, you left mouse click, you delete it, and it'll give you your nice curve again. Every time you click on a waypoint, it's going to create a new one in between for you to edit with. Alright, say you don't like that, I don't like that, I'm going to delete that. So now we've got more of a smooth point. So you don't like that one, you could delete that one. So what that's going to do is it's going to work with these waypoints. Alright, so you want something like that. Now, here's your element, your new element. You want to put the same thing on the other side. All right. So what we do is we're going to copy it. Going to paste it. Now, looking at the angle 93. This is the part where math comes in. So you want to flip it over. Let's flip it this way. It's closer to what we need. You can see if you just flip it, it's not going to be perfectly lined up. Because this one's 93, it flipped it to 273. So what you want is 360 minus 93. That's good. My calculator. My apologies. I could usually figure it out, but it's clear. 360 minus 93. You get the angle's 267. Here, 267. Alright. Get back. Why did that get 93? 267 should be exact, but for some reason it's not. So let's just scoot it over. Looks like hair. You can make fine adjustments like that too. Say it's like that. There's another way of doing things with pages. So you're a little off, or you're not happy how something looked. You can easily copy this. I'll do it quick. You go Shift Command 4, which gives you a copy area. You want to start at the bottom right so you can grab it right middle down that line. You can go copy that, let go of the mouse. I'm going to go new page, paste it. So that's half of what you did. Alright, and this is all clean, so you're nice and clean. You say, alright, I want to repeat it over here on the left. You paste it again, and then you go ahead and flip it. Drag it over. Now you have a perfect replica of what you did before. You squeeze it up a little bit to make this line thinner. Alright, so you can do it that way. You can now continue to work on this. Yeah, I got a new page, so I could always go back to areas that I worked on earlier. So I wanted to undo a whole section. Style, you got 3-point. So you want to do something like this. Just to make a window of some sort. I'm going to copy that. I work really quick with this, so once you get used to working with pages, say you want to do something like that, you could really, when you're working with keystrokes on the computer, it goes a lot quicker. Alright, let me go paste another one. It's just because I had this line here. I could go back to this version and create from that, or work with this. I want to do something like that. Say you wanted to say, alright, I'm going to copy that, I'm going to paste it. Bring something up here. Now, this line here, See, yeah, we have this as a pasted image. So what we want to do is take this and with the image and remove the background. Then remove that background. See how that line showed up? This one, remove background. You click and hold, drag a little bit. Now the line is behind this pasted image. Now if I remove the background here, the line would show up here too. We didn't want that. Alright, so we're going to hit done. And then just say we want to have this replicated on the right. So that's not right. So let's copy that. Copy. Paste it. And bring it over here. Now, most of the time, being we're working with a double image here, when you're working with an image, Pages doesn't recognize this image as a line element. So in the earlier stages of the app, using this page, it would have shown me the distance, the proper distance to place this. You know, by see how it gives you the height, because it's working off the line elements. So the height's correct, but it's not going to show me the distance. But you see this area here is wider than this. So you want to do is I'm going to delete that. So we're kind of getting happy with what we want to see here. So I'm going to do that selection thing. Now here you want to go up here so we could select this. If you went here, you're not going to be able to select half of that. Go here, grab it right down the middle. I'm going to copy it. Now by swiping over everything, we can select that and delete it. I'm going to paste it. Paste it again. No, I'm moving a little faster. Just wanted to show you how this is done. Got it lined up. If it's too small, or you need to see it better, you can increase the page size, or you can go ahead and select everything, and then just what I like to do is you group it, make it one, and then you can enlarge it and ungroup it. You see we have an issue right here. So for some reason, that's good. Again, I mean, what I'm working with is pasted images and line elements. Say you want to create a bordering effect, coming off here. You could do that as well. You can, bring something in like this. You can, bring in a shape. This is where, your creativity would have to come in. Say you wanted to 3 inches. And what we're going to do is left mouse click, make it editable. Here. You can do something like that. Something like that. And you could do a lot with the line elements as well. We're going to make that a curve again. You could divide the path, which is kind of let's see, that's close the path. Let's see. You can divide the path, which will leave half of it so you can grab off it. If you ever make a mistake, just hit your Command Z and it'll undo everything you just did. Alright? You can also make this a sharp point, see, this one's a curve, so I'm going to make that a sharp point. What that does, it allows you to, do things like that. You can manipulate it. You could do quite a bit with it. So this is done with a pasted image and line elements. You can do it with all done, with the line elements. You could say, all right, I'm going to copy that oval, copy it. Let's see, I'm going to do it like this so you can see it, and then we're going to go ahead and paste it. So you wanted a larger. We're going to constrain proportions. So you wanted a larger oval border of some sort. Thing like that. Again, you can get it centered, which is right there. Bring it up a little bit. I mean, there's so much you can do. And this is showing in proportions. It's proportionate to the oval below. Being let's see, 3.9. Yeah, it should have been constrained. So, but again, this is a lot you can do. Say, all right, I'm good with that. You're going to send it to the back. This way you can grab this, grab it down, do stuff like that. You can double click this, say I'm not really happy with it. You want to close it up like that. You can do that. You make it smaller. There's just so much you can do with the Pages app. And you say, well, alright, well, this one I got to get rid of. No big deal. You just click on it. You're going to delete it. Click on this one again. I'm going to copy it. Paste it. Now if you look at the angle, 93, we're going to go ahead and flip it. I mean, sometimes you can just, drag it to where it's about right. So you have to do all the math. Connect the corner. Say, all right, should be somewhere around there. No. Let's see, 264. You can kind of guess. 93, 265. I'm going to say it's 267. There we go. And by dragging it, 93, 360, should be 257. And that 93 is not a good one to work with because that's an odd size. No, 267. Don't know why this is coming off that. Well, you can move things around. Get it close. In stained glass, you don't want to really get it right on top of it. Say it's close enough. You can do something like that. You also can say click that, holding down the shift key, take the two of them, and then you group them, left mouse click, group them, copy it, copy, and paste, and then you can flip it that way. You bring it down here. And then for any little fine tuning you have to do, you can always, you know, grab the side of the element, and that will help. Say you're following these little spaces here. Sometimes it's not 100% perfect. I don't know why, but basically that's what you want to do. It's not all like that. And then here, click on this, shorten that up, do something like that. Again, there's so much more you can do. What you can also do is grab this whole thing, bring it into another program. I use the Paint S program, which is a native Mac app, and you could erase areas that you're not happy with, or you know, you can actually fill them. Here, I'm just showing basically how line elements are used, and I hope it made sense. You can also, well, I guess I can do it. I could show you. Let's see. I'm gonna go copy this. I'm gonna select it. Let's see if my Paint S program is gonna show up. I don't think it did. It didn't show up. What I'm doing is I have it in the Paint S program, and then what I can do there is easily erase sections. I'm doing it right now. I'm just going to do a little section of it, copy it, show you what I did. Now I'm coming back. There we go. New page. And you can open up 100 pages if you want. When I make my books, I do. I open up over 100 pages. So what I did is I erased that little area that was causing an issue. You know, you can scoot this down a little bit. You can go copy it. And copy. And paste it. And then we're going to go ahead and flip it. So you can, you know, work with designs that way. Center back. In a perfect world, this all would have lined up, but it's not so perfect. I don't know why. I'm having a bad lineup with my loop-de-doops here. Anyway. That's how you do line elements. I did this one earlier. This one's actually an image. This is the original line elements. So if you have a Mac, you know, you can do this quite easily. You can also like this one here. I'm going to select them all. What I did is I held the mouse down and I went over the whole thing to select all of it. You can't select all; it's going to select all your pages. So you click down on the mouse, you drag it, and you're going to select that. All right. What you want to do is you want to group it. You could change the size of it. Just say you wanted to do design like that. I mean, there's just so much you can do. Say you wanted to do a door design. See, I like this, but I like it that way. You flip it over. I mean, even though these are line elements, I grouped them all, so I could literally do anything I want to do with it. I can copy it, paste the whole thing, have a double image, and there's just so much you can do. So I'm trying to think all of the other things I do, attributes I would call. You can select both of these, drag both of them. Say you wanted to do, I know this is not a really good example, but just say you wanted to, you can change that to 45. You wanted to do a mandala with these design elements. You can easily do that. Let's see, we're going to flip that one. Right. You could easily turn this into a mandala. Oh, I'm having a hard time today. Here we go. Just say you want to grab these two. We're gonna group them, bring them way down. You can see what you're doing. And copy it. Copy. Paste it. And then, you know, bring that element or that group of elements to a different plane. You know, like that. You group them like that. Say that's not the right angle. It should be 270. Oop, come on, slow down. 270. I don't really do this much. I'm just showing what you can do. What I would typically do, instead of trying to, you know, fuss with it this way, I would copy it as an image and paste it, you know, on top of each other. I would copy this. Paste. And what I want to do is I'm going to remove the background on this so I can get a good view of what's going on. Undone. I'm going to arrange that. Actually, a good way to do this would be in two sections. So you can do that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I just got rid of my original, but that's alright. I was just doing it as demonstration purposes. Copy, paste. Come on. You know, work on things like that if you want. There really is no limit to what you can do. Let's see. What is he listening to? I already had the background removed. But you see how I have overlapping here and none here? It's because I didn't remove the background of that. But you could. You can go remove the background. Just go in this little area here. Whoop. I didn't do that. This one here. See, now I have the overlapping. It's going to show what's underneath. Alright. What the heck is he listening to? can see I have a little discrepancy of the angle. See this? You can easily change it to 8. That's good. 6. Let's see what 338 looks like. That's probably what it should be. But just say you wanted to do this. You can also select it as an image, copy it, and then you go ahead and take all of this, delete it, you paste it, image, remove the background, like that, style, throw a border on it, just to bold it out a little bit. You can raise the border, lower the border. You can see, alright, that looks good. And then what we could do is take a circle. So you want to let's arrange this, constrain the properties to keep it a circle. Style, no fill, give it a border. Now it's going to center it to the other section here. Then send it to the back. You can do things like that. So basically, we already started with a nice mandala. You can go copy that, paste it. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Center it. Send to back. So you have something like that. And center it, fix it up, do what you got to do. These areas, the small little chip areas, you can delete them. You could do an overlapping, say this one over that, so it has like a continuous clockwise overlap. You can overlap every other one. It's endless what you can do. Alright. Also, you select this all as an image again, and then delete it all. And you probably say, "Wow, you're deleting all that stuff." Well, I can easily remake it. I could actually go back to history and pull it all back if I want. I'm gonna get done. Fine. Let's do it. See, you have a little problem here because I removed the image background. So what you want to do is go remove background, reset it. See, it's gone. You just want to remove that. I mean, Pages takes a little practice working with, but once you get it, once you figure out how things work, it's a great asset. I mean, from here you can also print this and add things to it. We removed the background here, you can also add a shadow, a little drop shadow to it. You can also import this whole thing into another app. I use Pixelmator, that you can fill it up with glass fills, which is kind of neat too. There's just so much you can do. You're going to remove that border. Say an area is too thick, change the border to white, and it shrinks that border. The thickness of it. So there's that. I'm going to close with this. I mean, I can go on and on. It's just, like I said, there's so much you can do. Just say you want to save this. Say, all right, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy it. Say, I'm just going to save this. You go down here, go new page, and paste it. Copy and paste it. So you could always go back to this version. Another thing is, it's probably not something you want to do, but you could change the actual shaping of this. Alright, you can do that. If you say I don't like that, just Command Z it, it brings it right back. So that's the undo feature. I mean, I use it quite a bit. I make a lot of mistakes, but that's the power of Pages. Now, the document part of this is 8.5 by 11 in a not landscape. This is portrait. All right. You could change this whole page to be, which you'd have to go into the file, into settings of file page setup. I don't know if you could see that. You might be able to see that. You could change it to, like here I just changed it 24 to 24. Alright? So I'm going to change that. So now it's actually 24 by 24 is the page that it'll print up. So just say you have your mandala. You want to make this you're going to keep that proportionate, right? Go to format, save proportion. So you want to make that 18. Right? 18 by 18. This will print up. If you export this as a PDF, it'll print up on a 24. It'll print 18 to 18 at Staples or a Blueprint shop. So you can actually print it because your page setup is set for 24 by 24. I did that by going to the top navigation to File, Page Setup. It's easy to find. Just go to the top of the window, File, Page Setup, and here, like I said, the formatting, it's 18 by 18. It's showing it's a little bit off. What I can do is I'll just go ahead and make that 18. I don't know why. And now it's perfectly from here to here, 18 by 18. So it's fixed. You want to make it 16. Whoops. Undo that. Constrain it. And make it 16. Just hit 16. You know, put it in the center of the page. And this page is a 24 by 24 print. You can do a 20 by 20, but Staples has 24 by 24. And here you go, file, you export to PDF. You select, that's on the top navigation. It'll give you the file export to. You select PDF, and it'll ask you where to save it. I'm not going to save it, but it'll save all the pages of this document. Right? My computer's running a little bit slower because I have the recording software running, but typically this stuff it works really good, really fast. So I hope I covered quite a bit. Again, line elements, they're all editable. Working with images, copy and pasting, removing background, adding bordering effects, and what have you. And then again, page setup. And there's so much more. So if you have a Mac and you have the Pages app, there's another feature where you can, scan a document. You hit scan a document. If you have your iPhone synced to your computer, which I do, you could scan a document a line drawing of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper to exact specifications. Alright, so that's another thing. Sometimes I will print up something and then actually draw over it with a gel pen and re-import it into the app. Right. On that note, I'm going to hang this video up. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much.